Question that arises here now is whether the Girmitias ran away from their homes in India in order to make a new home for themselves in Fiji, or were there other factors which made them go to Fiji?
50s onwards, there is a large increase in the amount of Australians and New Zealanders and others settling in Fiji.
The CSR company would not have invested in Fiji had it not been for the supply of an Indian labour force.
Fiji in particular had no experience in recruiting indigenous population into plantation labour.
The Arkati would go to a person who looked lost or was somehow, seemed to be a stranger in a particular place, and he would ask the person, "Bhai, what do you want? Do you want some work?" And the person would say, "Yes, I would like to do some work. Well, I can give you some work."
अच्छा कौन काम रही?
बहुत उस्ताद काम है. कल पेड़ के नीचे बैठ के चीनी चले गए.
अच्छा ये कहाँ पे है?
कम्मा तो वो नज़दीक है, बस कलकत्ता के पास जाके.
ओ अच्छा ठीक. अच्छा तलबवा?
पैसा तो बहुत मिली, एक रोज की 1 शिलिंग.
कैसे? अच्छा चलियो बबुआ.
चिंता कोई चीज़ की, हम तो मिल जाएगा ट्रेन से.
अच्छा 500 लौट के आप तो अपन किसानी अपने करब ना, पैसा ऐसा हो जाए. अच्छा चलो देखा जाए.
One of the issues that of course emanate in the discussions about recruitment of women was the allegation that many of the women were as indentured laborers were the scum of Calcutta and Mumbai and places like this. Well, that's utter nonsense.
Some certainly were fraudulently recruited, some were kidnapped perhaps, enticed in different ways.
Ciao!
Ghir ghir badra savanwa ke hai rama, ghir ghir badra savanwa ke hai rama, kauni nagariya mein pasire bidesiya.
Mother India's daughters trapped caged like birds, wing clipped, mourning. Here we wept and died in the coolie lines of Fiji. Pinjre ke panchi tera dard na jaane koi.
And in that context, Ramayana and all religious textbooks for Hindus and for Muslims, similar textbooks, would have been extremely important.
In the Fiji situation, and when they were exiled in another country in which they didn't know much, so they tried to survive by certain things such as the Milad, the Prophet Day celebrations.
God, tonight I want to dine with the dead. A knocking was heard on the door. Brother, open! Who is it? Are you a ghost? Yes, came the bold reply.
कुछ समझ में नहीं आवे. बोटवा के कोई खबर नहीं.
लोगन ठीक कह रहीन, कोई बोट वोट नहीं आएंगे.
यही साले कुलुम्भरन और सरधारन हमें बेवकूफ बनाए दिन.
तब अब क्या करब हम सब?
गौरवन हमें फंसाए लीन है जिंदगी भर के लिए.
मतलब?
Whatever happened, India was Mother India.
As diaspora spring up, as they migrate, as they move on, they have the need to replicate home.
So there's no question there was a great deal of anguish, there's a great deal of confusion, there's a great deal of anxiety. You are living in a new land, new friendships have to be formed, families raised and so on.
What carried them was the determination to get themselves out of that poverty. I think many of them were resigned to the fact that Fiji was now the place where they would have to survive.
राम भैया, अब क्या करियो? जिंदगी पड़ा है रोए के.
Then the rain came and cried. Another old man had just died. Oh, my fathers, fathers, what forgiveness is there for me? Oh, my children's children, listen to the voices of Syria, drowning the silence of the sea.